Dr. Barker,
Dr. Kyle.
Champion Wellness Centers, and we wanted to talk today about what a specific adjustment looks like in our offices. Now, first step, we always take x-rays. Second step is we'll sit down and go over them with you so you know what's going on, and then obviously the doctor knows how to take care of you. So when you come into our adjustment bays, you're going to see x-rays, and we love this because the doctor knows specifically how to adjust you as the patient, but also how not to adjust you. So it's like building a house with a blueprint. I mean, that's very vital and important. So you have my x-rays. Dr. Kyle's going to adjust me and show you what adjustment specifically looks like in our offices. So
I'm going to have Dr. Barker. He's going to start face down. Now, one of the first things we start with a lot of times is going to be the rib blade. And the rib blade does a few things. One, it's going to help get motion into the segments. If we don't have motion, we can get a lot of degeneration. Now, the second thing it's going to do, and this is where I'm going to specifically look at the x-rays, is I can guide this rib blade if there were a curve in the low back, a scoliosis, and get that straighter to get the pressure off the nerves. So what that looks like is we're going to get the rib blade in there, and based off of his x-rays, we can see he doesn't have a scoliotic curve, a side-to-side curve, so we don't have to do that. But we do want to get that lumbar curve in there so we get the pressure off of the nerves. Now, looking at his x-rays as well, we're going to measure the hips. So we want to see the alignment of the hips, see if there's a rotation difference, a height difference. So in combination with the x-rays and also using what's called a leg check back there, we're going to use a drop table. The table's going to come up. I'm going to put my hands right on the back of his SI joint. And with some pressure, it's going to drop. And what that does is that's going to slowly shift the hip back into place so it gets back into alignment so there isn't pressure in the SI joint here. And we also don't have low back pain running down into the leg. So we're just going to do that a few times. Then you come back to check, and it measures that well. Scar tissue is also an issue. When we have a buildup of scar tissue, it's difficult to move all the segments where we need them to go. So we use one of our muscle massagers here. We're just going to get into all the paraspinal muscles and the traps. And we're going to start to break that scar tissue up. Both of the muscles and the bones, they work in tandem with each other. If we only try and focus on the bones themselves, only on the alignment, it's going to want to go back. And I'm sure you guys have heard of muscle memory before. That is another reason we use this muscle massager. And then the last thing every patient does, I'm going to have you come take a seat, Dr. Barker. The last thing every patient does after his adjustment is he's going to go on the vibration plate. And that's what trains to keep everything in place. So when we take those post x-rays, not only A, you're feeling better, you're functioning better, but we're going to show you the pre and post x-rays and show you we're taking the pressure off those nerves. Now in the neck here, when we look, we should have a 45-degree curve. And you can see his is not at 45 degrees. So we're going to come in behind here, and we're going to put pressure and start to force that curve back in. Taking the pressure off of the nerves that are causing headaches, that's causing neck pain, that's even causing numbness, tingling down into the arms, into the hands, and take the pressure off so we don't have it anymore. And then to wrap it up at this point, we do manual adjustments with some patients as well. Based off Dr. Barker's x-rays, we're not going to be doing any manual adjustments on him, but there are patients that, especially if they do enjoy manual adjustments or they know it works for them, we can add that into what we're doing here. But at this point, he would go to the vibration plate. And like we said, that's going to train to keep everything in place. So this is not something you're suffering with for the rest of your life.
yeah, so again, that's what a typical adjustment looks like. Obviously, each adjustment's tailored to the person's x-rays and the individual. You're not a number, but a specific person here. And yeah, we look forward to helping you.